everyone, it's Sarah. Welcome to another card making video. Earlier this week I posted this card on my blog. This is what the front looks like, and when you open it up, ta-da! It's a 3D Christmas tree. I had a request a few weeks ago to see if I could figure out how to make this tree. It's actually in Stampin' Up's current catalog right now on page 181. That's right there. So I did some research and I actually found a video on Stampin' Connections, which is a stamp site for Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. So I learned how to do it and I wanted to share it with you. So let's go ahead and get started. First, what you're going to need is a piece of cardstock cut at 8 by 6 3/4, and I'm using the Certainly Celery cardstock today. And for this project, you're going to need your scoreboard. So you're going to place the 8-inch side of your paper up at the top, and you're going to score your cardstock every 1/2 inch. So starting at the half, 1, 1/2, 2, 2/2, 3, so on and so forth until you get to the end. Then what you want to do is get a piece of cardstock for the trunk of your tree, and this is cut at 2 by 3/4. And again, you're going to put the 2-inch side at the top, and you're going to score at every 1/2 inch, starting at half. So you'll score at half, 1, and 1 1/2. So that's all we need the scoreboard for. So we're going to go ahead now and cut the strips for our tree. And I want to point out to you that I went ahead and pre-put red sticky on the back of my Certainly Celery, and this is because it's going to save a lot of time when it comes to assembling our tree. So I went ahead and put that on there. Now when you put your cardstock in your trimmer, you want to put the 6 3/4 side at the top, so your score lines are going horizontally. And for this, we're going to cut at every quarter, starting at 1/2. So we're going to put our cardstock in there and try and get it to stay. So, oops, there we go. Starting at 1/2, and then 3/4. I always have such a hard time getting it to stay. And I don't know why. There we go. 3/4, 1, 1 1/4, 1 1/2, and then you should be left with 1 3/4. So now we're going to put our trimmer away. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and fold all of my strips to get those going. And when you fold them, you want to make sure that your sticky strip is folded upward. So that's how you can tell that you're doing the right fold, is your sticky is facing up like that. And you push it together, and we're going to do this for all strips. And using the scoreboard makes it really easy to fold them. They just fold right up. Before Stampin' Up! Came out with the scoreboard, we used to have to use our trimmer and our bone folder to make score lines. This is so much easier. I'm so glad they came out with the scoreboard. I absolutely love it. And the last strip here. There we go. All right. So now all of our red sticky is facing up. So what we're going to do now is on the strip that measures 1/2, so it's the smallest strip, we're going to take our paper snips and we're going to cut off 4 squares. So 1, 2, 3, 4s right there. And then we're going to take our 3/4 strip, our second smallest strip, and we're going to cut off 1 square. So now we have to go ahead and, there we go, make sure I was doing it right here. Take our red sticky again and put it just on those squares that we, on the ends of the strip that we just cut. See how much time that saves? Putting the sticky strip on there beforehand. Can you imagine putting it on all these little squares? Boy, it'd take forever. All right, there we go. Okay. It didn't look right to me, but it's right. Okay. It's not right. I'm sorry. The 3/4 inch is 2 squares. That's like the saying, always go with your gut. So it's 2 squares on the 3/4 inch strip. So again, on the smallest strip, the 1/2 inch, it's 4 squares, and on the 3/4 strip, it's 2 squares, not 1. There we go. Now that that's taken care of. So you want to make sure that before you put your tree in, you get your card ready, and this is just an average size card. It's 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. And because your card is not going to fold all the way when your tree is in there, you want to go ahead and decorate the front of your card first. So for the front of my card, I used the Snow Swirled stamp set. I used the sentiment right there, and I used the Snow Much Fun stamp set. I used that cute little snowman right there and the tree. And I'm going to have all of the stamp sets that I use on my blog, as well as all of the Copic colors that I use to color in my tree and things like that. I also went ahead and decorated the inside of my card to save time for the video. I used the Snow Swirled stamp set again. I used this snowflake right here and this one right here, and I heat embossed my white embossing powder. And the back of this card is Night of Navy. I think that color is beautiful. And then I took a piece of Whisper White cardstock cut at 8 1/2 by 3/4, and I just went ahead and ripped the top of it. No rhyme or reason. I just ripped it to the look that I wanted to give it the effect of snow. And that's how it turned out. So what we need to do is we need to go ahead and put sticky strip right here on the 2 ends of our trunk. So right there and right there. There we go. And now we're going to fold in our score lines. So you want your red sticky to be like that. We're going to rip the sticky off. There we go. Sometimes I think ripping the back of the sticky off takes the most time. There we go. Okay. And we're going to use the snow as our guide. So we're going to put the base of our trunk right there in the crease. And then line the other side of our base up right there. So then when you close it, like that, and open it, you have your 3D trunk. There we go. Okay, so now to assemble our tree, what we're going to do is we're going to take our largest strip, so the 1 3/4 strip. We're going to rip our sticky off. Line it up at the bottom of the, can you see that? Let's see if I can get a little bit closer here so you can see it. Maybe. There we go. So we're going to line this edge up right here with the tree trunk. And you want to try and get it as straight as you can. Fold our cardstock over and put our other side just like that. And the edge of the trunk as straight as we can. And then when you close your card, it'll kind of readjust itself. Then when you open it, it'll look like that. And now we want to do that for each strip. So the next strip, which will be the 1 1/2 strip, we're going to take our flat pointed down, and this time we're going to align it with the inside of our last strip, so right there. And we want to do about 1/8 of an inch up. So it kind of gives it that little bit of a gap in there. Line it up and try and get it as straight as possible. Fold it over and do the exact same thing on this side. There we go. Push it down and give it a close. There we go. So now we just want to take our 3rd strip. So this is our, I lost count where we're at, our 1 1/4 strip. Facing down, line it up with the inside right there. Fold it over. And put it on the inside right there. Push it down and give it a close. So now for our next strip, our 4th strip, we actually want to, when we position it, we want to put it a little more outward in the tree to kind of give it the look that we want. So we're going to point it down and we're going to come in from right here. We're not going to line it up exactly. We're just a smidgen going to come in. Still do our 1/8 of an inch of a gap. Fold it over. See how I came in just a tad bit right there? Push it down and give it a close. And it'll work better the more that, you know, you push it down and close it and kind of give it that direction of where it's supposed to go. So now second to the last strip, and we're going to come in even more a little bit from the last strip that we did. So put it there, flip it around, and put it right there. There we go. And the last strip. It's a very repetitive card, but so pretty when it's done. And then for the last one, come in a little bit again. Almost even with that other strip that you just did. And then put it right there. There we go. So now fold it down, give it a close. And there you go. There's, whoop, might help if I move the camera out. Sorry about that. There's your tree. So now for the star that I did, I pre-punched 3 yellow stars, and you're just going to fold them in half. Fold all 3 of them in half. And connect them, and then put them in your crease. And then that's going to give the 3D effect for your star. So connect this one to this one, like that. And then put sticky on the back of this one and connect this one like that. And there's your 3D star. And then you would connect it right there at the top. Just like that. And there you go. So there's the finished card. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and until next time, happy inking!